Okay, everybody. Hello to everybody back home, and you know, everybody just really everywhere. This is really for everyone, and I just want to, I just had to really make this video. Okay, let's really be straight to the point. This is the flood in Louisiana part two, and the reason why I'm doing the second video is because the first video I did, yes, I just didn't really want to be so radical about everything, you know. But it's not a coincidence that other things have happened too after this flood. And, you know, just realizing that, uh, for some reason, Dak Prescott, he got in trouble, and I don't think that was all him. You know, that wasn't all him. And they're, legalizing marijuana in the state of Louisiana. This is not this is not a coincidence. You know, this is like all of a sudden, but marijuana isn't bad. I'm not saying that marijuana is bad. I'm just saying that things are changing on the planet right now. Things are changing. This flood that happened, it's basically has to do with the way the people that I love are living down there. The way you are living down there. The last video I talked about food consumption. What is that? Yes, it's eating foods. I want to come straight in front of you and tell you that the things that we do upon ourselves without being conscious of it, it can make us be on a certain frequency that keeps us on a certain vibration. Okay? And the way I've seen it and the way my mind sees it is that every time when you consume meat, such as poultry, fish, ham, etc., what you're doing is that you're consuming a lot of fluoride. A lot of people don't know this, that these foods have been processed. But also is that with me being from Louisiana and majority of the population down in the state I'm from is consume a lot of seafood. I used to think it was fine to consume seafood until I got a slap in the face by the universe. And I want to tell you right now that for some reason when I had left home and I was in Guam, okay, I ended up with a lot of certain health issues. After that stomach that abdominal pain, it wasn't over. Oh no, because I didn't learn my lesson the first time. And yes, it makes sense that when you consume something, there is no peace afterwards. I'm not trying to force you to change the diet. I'm not trying to force you to change what you eat. I don't have nothing against that. I'm just looking out for you. And when I was in Guam, I basically ended up with boils left and right. I don't know what it was. And I felt as if my body was changing. That the universe was telling me that your physical body is changing. And plus your mind is changing too. Why not change the whole entire part of you? Because it can make so much sense. We don't realize that every time we consume these meats, what's happening is that we become very combative. We be in dis-ease. We don't seek relaxation. We always want to blame someone else for our issues. That's what happens when you don't eat the right foods, when you don't take care of yourself right. And I want to tell you right now that I am a vegetarian. Okay? I've been a vegetarian for the past 9 months. And it's changed my life greatly. I used to think that, oh, if I didn't consume beef and things of that nature, and I just consume seafood and vegetables here and there, and other types of foods too, I'll be all right. But no, I wasn't. I was not. And I just want to say that the reason why that this flood happened is because the Most High is trying to wake us up. But guess what? The Most High didn't do that, make that flood. The Most High didn't cause it. The Most High only allowed it. You see? The Most High could not stop this, because the reason why is because you may think may not be making sense when I say this, but there's a force out here that nobody knows about. Hardly any. But some people do, that have been in the awakening process like I've been. And basically, this force is the reason why we constantly keep living a life or living lies. And they are the ones that supposedly did that. And I don't want to just keep it in suspense, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I just want to say that it's a blessing unto the Creator. One thing that the Creator did was protect everybody's lives, majority of everyone's lives. I'm not sure if people lost their lives down the flood, but I didn't hear anything bad about someone losing their life. But I want you to know that everything is connected. This is not a fairy tale. This is not something that you can just think of, encounter and don't ask why. And everybody asks why, right? Everybody asks why these things happen, why bad things happen. You can be a good person and bad things may happen to you. But the question is, if you are a good person, then are you being good to yourself? That's the question. Are you being conscious for self? Are you helping self? That's the thing. And then we wonder why some of us, we cover ourselves. We put on this face mask acting like everything is okay, but it's not. And I'm just going to share more videos about the things that I was quiet about when I was younger, about things that I always thought about when being in high school. It's just so many things, and the Creator knows for sure. Knows of everything. We know of everything, but guess what? Within us, the Creator is within us. But guess what? We don't choose to come out and say what's on our mind because we're scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. Doing this video right now, I feel somewhat imbalanced by a certain type of fear. But guess what? I'm allowing my strength within me from the Creator to guide me through this. I just want to say that this is completely not a coincidence, and things have to change. And just it doesn't make sense how things just happen in just a linear fashion like this. It did, this event was the good and the bad here. I don't really see it as solely bad because I can see what we can build upon as not only as as a family, but also as a civilization. And I just desire for us to grow and connect back to truth within ourselves. Listen to the voice within us because it is not going to lead you wrong. I'm coming out to just tell you that I am fully dedicated to just helping because I care so much. I always have. This voice that you hearing speaking in front of you, it's always been feeling for so long, always wanting to come out and say what was on his mind. And it's a lot of things I desire to share with the world about who I am and about about my journey. And this is not the end. Oh no, this is only the process. You know, and I don't care about the amount of views or the likes or whatever when it pertains to these videos I'm doing, because what I'm doing is basically what everyone should be doing. This is the purpose. This is basically our life purpose, to help each other, to be honest with ourselves and each other. And so I just want to say that this is not a fairy tale. This is not something that has happened by coincidence. And you should always ask why. You should always wonder why. Because that's the most important question of all. Why? Thank you, and I love you, and everybody back home. And I just want to say that to live in the ways of the Caduceus. And you know what I mean by that, more and more. I love you, and may the Creator bless. Thank you.